Well, good afternoon, and thanks for being with us today. I'm Vance Crocker, Vice President of Colorado Utility Operations for Black Hills Energy. Glad to be here with you, Colorado Governor today. Governor Polis, thank you for being here. Our mission of improving life with energy means we must make tomorrow better than today. That's why Black Hills Energy is committed to Colorado's clean energy vision for our state's electric sector. And we're very proud to have one of the cleanest generation fleets in the state today. We've already made some great progress towards the state's requirements of an 80% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions by 2030, and I'm here today to announce that we will file a clean energy plan voluntarily next year as part of achieving that goal. Leadership in emissions reductions is nothing new for Black Hills Energy in Colorado. We retired our last Colorado coal plant in 2012, becoming the first electric utility fleet in the state to be coal-free. We also were the first electric utility to enter Colorado's Environmental Leadership Program, which recognizes companies that demonstrate a commitment to continual environmental improvement. We've been recognized by the state as a gold leader ever since entering the program in 2014. Since retiring our last Colorado coal plant 9 years ago, we've added 3 southern Colorado wind farms. We call those Peak View, Bush Ranch 1, and Bush Ranch 2, which together deliver 150 megawatts of capacity to our customers. The next milestone on our Colorado clean energy journey is called Renewable Advantage, something we're really proud of. This is our previously announced PUC-approved plan to add 200 megawatts of utility-scale solar to our system in southern Colorado, which will deliver $66 million in customer savings over 15 years. The solar facility, which will come online in late 2023, will be located right here in Pueblo County. This will be our company's first utility-scale solar project and our largest renewable energy project to date. When Renewable Advantage comes online, more than half of our total generation mix here in Colorado will come from renewable resources, leading to a 70% emissions reductions by 2024 compared with 2005 levels. That puts us in a great position to achieve the state's requirement of an 80% emissions reductions by 2030, since we'll be almost there several years ahead of schedule. Renewable Advantage is certainly a demonstration of our customer-centric approach. We always strive to put our customers first. We know our customers want more renewables, so increasing the amount of renewable energy on our system to reduce emissions while also delivering $66 million in customer savings over 15 years is a win-win for everyone. So in addition to utility scale solar, we're also reducing emissions and offering customers the clean energy options they want by helping to develop what we call community solar gardens through our southern Colorado service territory. Solar gardens are part of an energy resource plan, and they help our customers use renewable energy even if they cannot afford or choose not to invest in rooftop solar. Some of our community solar gardens have capacity reserved exclusively for low-income customers, which removes barriers to participating in Colorado's move toward more renewables and a clean energy future. More solar gardens are on the way in 2021 and beyond, so stay tuned for good news on our solar gardens. Another way to reduce emissions is by helping customers reduce energy use. That's why we're also proud, very proud of our energy efficiency programs. Since 2009, these programs have helped customers save more than 191 million kilowatt hours of energy. To put that in a carbon perspective, that's removing more than 122,000 tons of carbon emissions from the air. Also, in the past 10 years, our team has helped customers to complete nearly 19,000 energy efficiency projects, and we provided $25 million in rebates to customers when they purchase energy efficiency appliances. Also, we know that wholesale electric market structures have a very important role to play in advancing Colorado's clean energy goals while benefiting customers with reliability and affordability. Black Hills Energy supports further development of wholesale markets and previously announced our plan to join the California Western Energy Imbalance Market, or wholesale market, to save customers money while providing them more energy from wind and solar. Reducing emissions from transportation sector is another important piece of the puzzle. During the first quarter of 2021, the Colorado PUC will review our plan for encouraging adoption of electric vehicles. We call this our Ready EV program, which includes rebates for customers who choose to install charging stations at their homes or at their businesses. So our commitment to clean energy future also includes reducing emissions from our natural gas system, which serves nearly 200,000 customers in communities across Colorado. In 6 states where we provide natural gas service as well, including Colorado, our gas utility has cut fugitive methane emissions by more than a third since 2005, and we will achieve a 50% reduction in these emissions by 2035. Black Hills Energy also joined the EPA's Methane Challenge. It's a voluntary program designed to reduce fugitive emissions while using best management practices. We're continuing to improve our natural gas infrastructure to ensure a highly efficient energy delivery system. We're actively investigating advanced technologies such as renewable natural gas and hydrogen blends to reduce emissions still further, with RNG projects deployed in Iowa and Nebraska, and ones under consideration right here in Colorado. We're also committed to helping our gas customers use less energy and reduce burner tip CO2 emissions with energy efficiency programs and rebates for the purchase of more energy efficiency appliances, just like we do on the electric side. We're a customer-focused utility, and we put nearly 300,000 Colorado customers at the center of everything we do. That's why it's important to take a balanced approach to achieving the state's emission reduction goals through our clean energy plan, an approach that also prioritizes safety, reliability, and affordability for our customers. In these tough economic times that we've seen, keeping energy bills stable for our customers is more important than ever. And as we develop the clean energy plan that we're going to file in March of 2022, affordability for our customers is going to be an important cornerstone. Next, Colorado's clean energy vision is not only good for the climate, it's good for jobs and economic development in our state too. Our Renewable Advantage plan will deliver $180 million in direct and indirect economic impact to our region through state, local, and federal taxes, plus 250 good-paying construction jobs. I'm proud to say that the equipment also used for Bush Ranch 2, our wind farm here in southern Colorado, was made right here in Pueblo, right here in southern Colorado at our Vestas plant. Again, helping to create high-wage, clean energy manufacturing jobs. So preparing Colorado's workers of tomorrow for a clean energy economy is absolutely vital. It's a responsibility for STEM education programs in our high schools, and we've been pleased to provide support, including sponsoring STEM students from our schools and hosting them at the renewable energy sites. With one of the cleanest generation fleets in Colorado today, and with more emissions reductions on the way, Black Hills Energy will be a driver of economic growth and development in our state and our community. Many companies are looking for clean, reliable power sources to advance their own environmental, social, and governance goals. We call that ESG. And we're working with economic development partners to help bring these companies to our region, where they can also take advantage of Southern Colorado's great lifestyle, mild climate, low cost of living, and well-educated, hardworking labor force. With its sunny, breezy weather, southern Colorado has enormous capacity for wind and solar power generation. To say we just barely scratched the surface. We believe southern Colorado can be a renewable energy capital of our state, and Colorado can be an epicenter for renewable energy for the nation. Working together, I am confident we can achieve this goal, and Black Hills Energy will help to lead the way. Now, Governor, I will turn it over to you for your remarks.
Vance, thank you. I am so excited today to be with you and really the whole team at Black Hills Energy, and I'm proud to join you for this exciting announcement. I launched my candidacy for governor of Colorado in Pueblo at the only solar-run coffee roaster in the country, and committed to the ambitious goal of saving ratepayer money with 100% renewable energy by 2040. And as you know, Pueblo, the city, later the county, it was the first city in Colorado to embrace 100% renewable energy. And while that commitment at the time seemed audacious to some, the last 2.5 years have really demonstrated the broad value proposition that renewable energies provide, creating jobs here in southern Colorado, reducing costs for customers, cleaner air, improving our climate and our economy. Really, all of these factors are culminating in what is one of the final announcements where now not almost every utility in Colorado, more than 99% of the power generated will be under a clean energy plan to have 80% reduction in emissions by 2030, just 10 short years away. Today, Black Hills is announcing that they're filing a clean energy plan. I want to applaud them for doing that. Vance talked about solar gardens, creating local jobs in neighborhoods in southern Colorado. Energy efficiency, that means people saving money on their electricity bills. With this announcement, Black Hills joins the other major utilities to reduce pollution by 80% by 2030. And Black Hills is well on their way with the steps that they're undertaking to achieve that. Black Hills retired their last coal plant in Colorado in 2012. It's paying dividends already. And they chose Colorado for their very first utility-wide utility-scale solar project, which Vance talked about, Renewable Advantage in Pueblo County. When Renewable Advantage comes online in 2023, Black Hills will already have reduced their emissions by 70% and provide some customer savings for ratepayers and an economic impact of good jobs in Pueblo. Today's announcement caps off an unprecedented period of progress for modernization, upgrades. You know, in December of 2018, I joined Xcel for their bold announcement of reducing emissions 80% by 2030. We worked with our legislature to codify that in the 2019 session. Just last week, Xcel announced their coal plant closure schedule with no layoffs for workers. And in January of 2019, I joined Tri-State for their transformative responsible energy plan announcement. It sets ambitious goals, the closure of all coal units in Colorado by 2030, and the commitment to build 1 gigawatt of renewable energy by 2024, just 2 more years. In November of 2019, Tri-State took it even further, greater emissions reductions, working with member co-ops to raise the cap on distributed generation in their areas. Many of our areas served by co-ops have great solar and wind properties. The sun shines, the wind blows. They also increased their own plans for wind, solar, and storage to 2 gigawatts by 2030. In June of 2020, Colorado Springs Utility voted to retire the Drake coal plant by 2023, just 1 more year. Nixon coal plant 2029, 80% reduction in pollution by 2030. 1 month later, Platte River Power Authority adopted an electric resource plan to retire Rawhide and achieve 90% pollution reduction by 2030. Both utilities have announced intention to submit clean energy plans as part of their planning process. And not to be outdone, Holy Cross raised the bar for all the utilities across our state and announced 100% renewable energy by 2030. And today we celebrate Black Hills' commitment. Jobs in southern Colorado, lower rates, cleaner air. This remarkable series of announcements speaks to the innovative leadership of utilities, the tireless advocacy and commitment of communities, including Pueblo, the city and county, public interest organizations, and the reality that the renewable energy future is here today. It's going to take this creative thinking to solve the urgent issue of climate change, improve air quality, and create jobs. You know, in 2020 here in Colorado, we saw the firsthand impact of a changing climate. The biggest three wildfires in the entire history of our state, all in 1 year. We are experiencing an extreme statewide drought. It affects ag, it affects tourism and rec, it affects our quality of life. My commitment to renewables and bold climate action isn't only motivated by the moral imperative to protect the health of our planet and our communities, but also for the chance for Colorado to lead, to get a boost for our economy, to spur job growth by leading the transition to renewables and the clean energy in Colorado with Colorado know-how, creating good jobs here. This is why we've worked collaboratively with utilities that operate over 99% of the fossil fuel-based generation to achieve an 80% pollution reduction by 2030. And today we are proud to add Black Hills to that list. This race to the top is good. It's good for our state. It's good for our economy. It's good for our air. It's good for our climate. It's good for workers. It's good for ratepayers. And it positions Colorado as a national leader on a swift transition to a clean energy economy. Look, with today's announcement, Black Hill builds upon what's been a remarkable transition towards renewable energy across our entire state. We stand ready to partner with Black Hills and other utilities and look forward to the important opportunities ahead and positioning Colorado front and center in the green energy economy. Thank you. I'm honored to join you today, and we have the opportunity to take a few questions. Stephanie?
Thank you, Governor Polis. Very much appreciate your remarks. We're excited to build on our Colorado track record of renewable energy leadership with this clean energy plan. We'll be filing next year, which is part of achieving the required 80% reductions in emissions by 2030. And thanks to our planned Renewable Advantage solar facility coming to Pueblo County, as you reiterated, we'll have reduced our emissions by 70%, well ahead of schedule, again, while driving economic development and saving our customers $66 million over 15 years. Another topic, just to close out before we take questions, as a customer-focused utility, we always keep in mind that the Colorado Clean Energy conversation is taking place against a backdrop of economic hardships in many places in our state and in our community. 2020 was certainly a challenging year we all saw for our customers, for our communities we serve, and we've been working really hard to support them. And our team has conducted extensive outreach to speak with customers who may have trouble paying their energy bills and to connect these customers with some great options and resources to help. Our Black Hills Cares program, another program we're very proud of, matches customer contributions dollar for dollar to provide energy assistance funding, making a critical difference for Southern Colorado neighbors in need. As I wrap up, I want to thank our nearly 400 Black Hills Energy Colorado employees who do such a great job of providing safe, reliable electric and natural gas service to our nearly 300,000 customers and our Colorado communities we serve. I know the team is excited about our clean energy plan. Governor, I'm extremely excited about it myself. And we appreciate the leadership shown in Colorado's clean energy vision by you, Governor, and your team. And we look forward to filing our clean energy plan in 2022. So thanks for joining us today. And now I guess the Governor and I will be happy to take questions.
Back to you, Stephanie.
All right. Thank you very much, Governor Polis and Mr. Crocker. We'll now open the floor to media questions. Again, to ask a question, please submit via the Zoom chat feature. Include your name, media outlet, question, and if your question is directed to either Governor Polis, Mr. Crocker, or both. We will pause now to allow for questions to come in. Okay, our first question is from Carl Winder, and he's from KOAA. This is for Vance. One common concern for people in Pueblo is that energy rates are higher in Pueblo compared to the rest of the state. You say there will be a $66 million savings for customers over the next 15 years. How much will people see a drop in their bill on average with these projects?
This is one of the great things that I am excited for with our clean energy plan and with Renewable Advantage. Not only are we going to meet the needs of our community and the state from a greenhouse gas reduction emissions, but as you mentioned, we're going to save our customers $66 million over the next 15 years.
Okay, thanks, Vance. Our next question comes from Sam Brash from Colorado Public Radio. Sam asks, is Black Hills Energy committed to accelerating the retirement of any assets as a result of this plan? And why is Black Hills waiting until 2022 to file the clean energy plan?
Yeah, great question. So the statutory requirement is we're going to file the clean energy plan by 2022. And it takes a lot of work from team members to put together a solid plan. Stephanie, could you repeat the second part of that, or the first part of that question? Oh, it was on.
Yes, absolutely.
It was on the generation. So as we look at our fleet, I've already mentioned that we were one of the first utilities to shut all of our coal down right here. We have no coal in our generation fleet since 2012. We serve our customers with renewable energy and state-of-the-art airport generation gas plant. I think it's important to note that as we continue to increase those renewables, and as we're increasing the renewables, we're dropping down, we're reducing the emissions, the greenhouse gas emissions, because we're running those power plants less. But it's important to recognize that the sun is not always shining and the wind is not always blowing. So we have to have those plants there to ensure we're providing that reliable service to our customers. At the same time, we're increasing our renewables and reducing our greenhouse gas emissions.
Thank you, Vance. Sam asked a follow-up question. I believe you addressed it, but I'll go ahead and ask it. He asked, but no plans to retire natural gas plants as part of that plan.
At this point, we see those natural gas power plants again running less, reducing those emissions, but a critical component in making sure that we're increasing and maintaining that reliability for some time to come. So all of that will be part of our clean energy plan on how new technologies, how our power plants fit into, again, meeting that 80 by 30 or 80% reduction by 2030.
Okay, thank you very much, Vance. Next question comes from Tracy Harmon from the Pueblo Chieftain. This is also directed at Vance. When will the Renewable Advantage solar project construction start? And where will the solar farm be located in Pueblo County?
Yeah, great question. So right now we're working with the developer on power purchase agreements, things like that. It is going to be located west of Pueblo County. And at this point, we're not sure when construction will start. Again, we're working with the developer of that project to work out a lot of those details, and that construction start time is one of those. But it will be online by the end of 2023.
Do you have an estimate, Vance, an approximate number of jobs, including contractors and subcontractors?
At this point, we do not know the long-term jobs, but it's going to bring 250 construction.
Yeah, jobs. I mean short term. Yeah. And I just want to highlight that we're very excited about 250 jobs in Southern Colorado. Yeah. The more energy that we produce here and don't import from other states, the more jobs there are here. And that's really welcome news, Vance, and we're very excited.
It is, Governor. And when you look at the economic development benefits, $178 million in economic development right here in Southern Colorado that's needed now more than ever, along with the customer savings. There's so many advantages to what we call the renewable, advantage. That's the name. But 250 jobs, construction jobs, which will provide a nice shot in the arm right here in Pueblo County.
All right, thank you very much. Next question is from Alan Best, freelance writer. Again, for Vance, you mentioned renewable natural gas. Do you have any expectations of how much this could be decarbonized, or this can decarbonize your natural gas deliveries? Do you have any thoughts on how best to structure the natural gas transition in Colorado?
Yeah, that's a great question. We're still reviewing that. As I mentioned in my opening comments, we actually have renewable natural gas projects partnerships in our other states. And we're working with someone right here in Colorado on options for renewable natural gas and how we might be able to use that not only with our power plants, but also serving some of our retail natural gas customers with a renewable low carbon natural gas.
Okay, thank you. We have time for one more question. This is again from Carl Winder from KOAA. With more projects on the way for renewable energy, will ratepayers see an increase in their bills to support these projects? If so, how much? I believe this question is directed at Vance.
Yeah, sure. We sit in a very unique and very great position here in Colorado. First, as I mentioned, we don't have any coal left on our system. We've shut down our coal plants back in 2012. So, and we have the natural gas power plants to be able to back that up. So we can simply take great advantage of the lower cost renewables, and these renewables continue to drop in price to bring those in that actually provide reductions in what our customers pay for energy bills.
Okay,
well,
thank you very much.
Thank you, Vance. I think we're all excited about this green energy dividend with low-cost projects. We're seeing the bids come back on both solar and wind projects at a price that's just a fraction of what we're paying for existing coal energy. So we're excited, Vance, and the benefit to ratepayers, the 250 jobs in Southern Colorado, and of course the climate benefits, the air quality benefits, really a win-win. And we're just so proud to see Black Hill join other utilities in Colorado. And we very much look forward to working with you and being supportive of your clean energy plan. Congratulations.
Very good. Thank you, Governor, and thank you for everyone that joined us today.